Alright, camera on, camera two. Good afternoon, Harpoon. I hope everybody's having a great day. My day is A-OK. Alright, let's go into the clipboard. As you can see, I have my notes. Alright, for those of y'all who actually pay attention to what I'm saying, I usually start it a couple pages back and then I jump into where I'm at. Alright, so with that being said, good mentorship. Alright, being a good mentor means different things to different people. Alright, now the truth of the matter is a good mentor shows in their mentorees or mentees, whatever you want to call it, their students, their squad, the team that they lead, whatever it may be. Now, being a good mentor, you're gonna have to say things that people aren't gonna like. You're gonna have to do things that you're probably not gonna like. Alright, you're gonna have to miss the parties. You're gonna have to miss some lunches, etc., etc., etc. You know, you have to spend your time pointing out the positives versus the negatives. Alright, always being on the fair side of the road. Alright, never getting your feelings involved in anything. Alright, especially if you're like reaching out to people. Alright, if you're in a mentorship position and you reach out to people and they don't reach back, you can't get your panties in a bunch or your hanes in a bunch. For those y'all guys out there that are sensitive, you can't get your boxer briefs in a bunch. Okay, if somebody doesn't return your call or etc., 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 it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You still got to continue to be the best mentor that you can. And being the best mentor you can is directing your mentorees or mentees or your team into the right position, even if you can't achieve that right position. There's good mentors out there that cannot go any further than where they're at, but they do not shortstop you from obtaining whatever goals you want to obtain, even if they're above wherever the mentor can reach. Alright, there's like a common saying that teachers teach because they can't do, or something like that, which, you know, some sayings are just too much. That's one of them, you know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is that falls a lot. Like coaches coach because they can't play. Alright, it's just that simple. They can, I'm not saying that they don't have the skills to play, but just saying that their day is over with. So coach. Alright, and just like being a mentor, dude, your time might be over being a player, okay? But you can still coach a young player into the game to play the game correctly. Alright. 2, peer engagement. Alright, this is important, okay? Because there's a lot of people that are introverts. Alright, I'm one of those people that used to suffer from this. Alright, but I stepped my game up, you know what I'm saying, in life, because I was getting older in life and I have issues to press. Not issues, but agendas. I have agendas to press. And as you get older in life, you realize that people aren't going to run to assist you at pressing your agenda. So I had to step out of my introvert shell and learn how to engage people. Alright, I started with my peers and working in a new environment. Then I progressed to deal with customers, or guests is what we call in the restaurant business. Now, after doing this so many times, because my livelihood depended on me engaging peers, people, etc., 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 it became a habit. So now, yes, I'm still an introvert, but I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. Now, where the extrovert tendencies comes in, it revolves around my survival and me being able to support my way of living. Alright, so engagement is very important. You have to learn how to come out of your shells, and you have to learn how to express yourself to your peers, your superiors, your subordinates, period. You know, nobody wants to work for somebody who can't express themselves to get the job done. You know, it's just like, why are we even working for this guy or working with this guy is what I like to say, or gal, or extraterrestrial. 3, company advancement. All right, look, in some companies there is no room to advance. All right, you have to be okay with that. You have to realize that this company is only giving you, what they're going to give you. And at that point in time, you decide, is this company going to benefit me or not? And if it's benefiting you, meaning that your pay is always there on time, all right, and they're giving you exactly what they said they were going to give you, it's benefiting you. Now, if you want more, then you're going to have to search somewhere else outside of that place. Utilize the place that you're benefiting from to get your bare essentials, and then outside of that place, you search for something that's going to advance you in life. Unfortunately or fortunately, there are some companies out there where they top out, where you cannot go any further than what they started you at, or you're only going to go so far. Like, they're speaking with people at a certain company that they complain about their pay, they want to get more pay. Now what I tell them to this is right here is that, well, the company that you're working for, they might not be paying you much you want to pay, but they're definitely taking care of other things. They're doing a lot more, you know what I'm saying, or they're compensating for the pay with care. And you cannot, especially in business, you cannot downplay. You cannot downplay care, all right? Because there's companies that will pay you $20 an hour, but they're not going to care about you whatsoever. They're going to say, you're fired, at any indiscretion, or whatever it may be. There's companies out there that they can't afford to pay you what you want to get paid, but they can afford to give you the care and allow you to learn knowledge in other areas, which is way more valuable than dollars at certain points in times, because the knowledge that you obtain you can carry over somewhere else. All right, one-on-ones. All right, one-on-ones are very important. All right, and what's very important about that is there's a law in business that you commend people in front of people. All right, and behind closed doors you reprimand people. All right, too many times, you'll have a superior, a boss, or whatever helps you sleep at night title that would like to point out people in front of people, in front of the crew member, which only leaves a salty taste in a lot of people's mouths. So one-on-ones are perfect for reprimanding. I was going to say chastising, but corrective criticism. Corrective, constructive criticism is real good for one-on-ones. Now with that being said, one-on-ones, you should be a little bit more direct. You know what I'm saying? It's only two people. Eye contact is always a must. There's no distractions. Alright? One-on-ones are very important. You can air out your discrepancies without anybody adding any fuel to the fire, gasoline to your tires. However that may happen. 5. Public versus private profiles. Now I'm going to talk about the internet world. Alright? I'm not the type of person to follow you if you have a private profile, like on Instagram and stuff like that, because I don't get it. Alright, my profiles are to the public. I'm only on Instagram and any other social media site for business to further my agenda. As far as like personal stuff, I don't utilize the internet for that type of stuff, because everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, like, say you have a private profile, alright, and if somebody you allow access to a person who really doesn't like you, they can screenshot whatever you have and post it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And then it just won't be private anymore, except for you think it's private. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, they could be showing somebody else, etc., etc., etc. They could actually take your profile, take a camera, scroll through your profile with a camera, upload it to YouTube. Then it wouldn't be as private. All right, I'm just saying. So, me being in a business and business only online, I don't really get the whole private profile thing. Not to mention it's the internet. Dude. Is the internet really private? It's not. But I get it. Whatever helps you sleep at night. If it helps you sleep at night to keep your profile status on private, I understand that. Just understand that most people that are business-minded people, they're not going to want to do business with you if your social media, which is called social media, is private. But privacy is privacy. I get it. I have very little privacy. Very little. I'm not even going to go there. Alright. 6. Choices. Choices are real big. Alright. You choose what you choose, and you can't be mad at that. Alright. When you choose to go left when you should have went right, you can only be mad at yourself. Alright. So choices are very important. Be careful what you choose, because some people are very unforgiving. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to you making the wrong choice. I learned that at an early age, that the choices can dictate the next 10 years of your life. You know what I'm saying? Which is horrible, but it's the truth. Your choices can dictate the next 10 years of your life. And you have to weigh out options on your choices if the choices carry weight. So, with that being said, I recommend you to weigh the options when it comes to choices that are going to impact your future. Because if it impacts your future, then it's going to impact your family's future. And you don't want to look 2 years down the line and then the person that you chose to ride against or, vote against or whatever it may be is your direct superior. You're going to feel upset about that when that direct superior remembers everything that you chose to do. And that direct superior says, guess what? Things are going to change around here. They're going to change, and you're not going to like them because you got accustomed to getting away with BS. And guess what? The buck stops here. So, there's the door, or you can hit the floor. I'm going to need 55 push-ups out of you immediately. Type of thing. And I'm just saying. And that the 55 push-ups is really a metaphor for other things. Alright? Because some people can't do 2 push-ups. So, what you can do is, you can walk down the street, go get me some apple juice. Alright? Yeah, I know it's 110 outside. You'll survive. Guess what? I did it. Alright. Choices. PayPal. Alright? PayPal is another tool in your toolbox. Alright? I can't utilize PayPal because I'm in a different bracket. But at one point in time, I did utilize PayPal as not only a source, but as a fishing rod. Alright? To enlighten other people that there's more than one way to wear your hat. There's a lot of people that like to stay in 1962 banking system wise, which is horrific considering that the stock market crashed at some point area within a 20 year radius around that time, and everybody lost their money, especially in the black community. So with that being said, if numbers are online and internet, etc., 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 then you probably should investigate multiple ways of maneuvering your funds. Alright? Now, I've learned a few different options, old school options as well as new school options. I've had debates for years about banking, etc., etc., etc. I will not stray from my findings, because my findings are my findings and my research is my research. And at the end of the day, a bank account has 2 things, okay? A routing number and a checking or a savings number. So at the end of the day, if somebody tells you anything different, you probably don't need to be doing business with that person, because that person has no idea what they're talking about. 8. Cats on the internet. Did you know that cats on the internet, not only, I guess they go viral on TikTok, But cats on the internet have actually for many years been one of the biggest hits on the internet. Do your own research, I promise you this. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, don't think so much, okay? When you're trying to do something, like internet wise, or trying to gain exposure, don't think so much. Go with your gut. If a person can take a picture of a cat or a video of a cat and they can get 1,000,000 views, then you can get 1,000,000 views too. Scratching your back. I don't know, if you have the right music, you got the right look, etc., etc., etc. My meaning to this is that if you think it can be done, it can be done. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Alright, for the final note, who said it? Only fools and charlatans know everything and understand everything. I definitely agree. Never trust a person that knows everything. Alright, because they don't. Clearly. Alright, now who said that? Either Anton Chekhov or Jesse Norman. Either way it go, it's a fact. Nobody knows everything, and nobody can comprehend everything. If a person is always agreeing with everything and say that they know and they understand things, then do one thing to find out if they are full of it or not. Make up something, alright? And if they agree to it and say what it is, you know you're dealing with a complete idiot. Afternoon Harpoon. Have a great day. Have a great, safe day.